Salute, salute, salute to our Blorange Tears fam. What it do? Boy Subliminal 2 and 9 and Kelly. We here. Knicks after party. About to let y'all know what's going on. We a little behind schedule. Supposed to pop on yesterday, but we all have things that happen in life. So we're a little late, but yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
talk.
you sound bitter.
No, we're gonna talk about a little bit about the game. We're gonna talk about Kemba's first game back, being injured. We can talk about the pros and cons about Kemba starting. Um, Burks was starting previous to Kemba, so we're going to talk about that, whether we like Kemba starting or Burks starting, and do we still need a point guard? What's the next move? And should we go after a Fox or Brunson? So that's kind of where we're at right now. What it do, fellas? Yeah, so I want to kind of talk about a little bit about yesterday's game. Like I mentioned, we got Kemba back in the starting lineup. How'd you feel about that, Kelly?
Love it.
Boys back in town.
My guy.
Yeah. And when I saw that, I wasn't too worried about it because I saw that matchup about him going against Beverly. So we know Beverly isn't an offensive threat. He's more of a defensive, stopper. So I was like, he's not going to give Kemba too much trouble on the offensive end. So I said, for this game, I'm not too worried about it. But then your boy Evan just, his matchup going against Russell, I was like, oh, he might get cooked. You know what I'm saying? Russell's not one, too fast, but he got some nice, ball handling skills. You know what I'm saying? He could put you on skates, and that's what happened in the first play of the game. You know what I'm saying? He put Evan on skates. Evan was backpedaling, almost tripped over his own feet, and Russell drained a tray in his eye. I was like, ooh, no, this is not how the game is going to start. You know what I'm saying? But then Evan came right back, you know what I'm saying, and lit him up with the same tray back in his face. So I'm like, all right, let's go at it. You know what I'm saying? Evan's up to the challenge. So let's do this. And next play he gets a steal, passes it to RJ, and RJ gives it right back to him. Evan gets the layup. I'm like, all right, they're cooking. You know what I'm saying? Evan's taking the challenge. He's going. And that's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? That was our big free agent signing was Evan with that 18 milli. So if he gets going, you know what I'm saying, maybe that gets others going as well. So, if Evan gets off to a good start, you know what I'm saying, we pretty much know that he's going to have a good game that game, offensively at least, you know what I'm saying? And, he just kept it going. He got an assist to Mitch, the layup. And then that got Mitch going because that's the same thing with Mitch too, you know what I'm saying? Like, once you get Mitch involved, his energy picks up, you know what I'm saying? He starts grabbing boards, you know what I'm saying? Like, he starts being a defensive, juggernaut and just a beast on the boards. And, he gets another offensive putback on a board. Then Kemba gets him on the oop, you know what I'm saying, with the two-hand yam. So I'm like, all right, Evan's going, Mitch is cooking, you know what I'm saying? And like I mentioned, Mitch had 6 points in the first 4 minutes of the game. And that's the kind of Mitch that I'm accustomed to seeing, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's who I signed up for, you know what I'm saying, to see this year. He's been showing a lot of that as of lately, you know what I'm saying? He's been out there hustling, grabbing boards, you know what I'm saying, muscling down there. And he's pretty much doing it all down there by himself until, you know what I'm saying, Julius decides to go down there and bang with him and help him out. You know what I'm saying. So yeah, I just wanted to give Evan his flowers because without him starting off that first quarter, we just didn't have anybody else going. He did a little pump fake and took Edwards off the bounce, you know what I'm saying, and got to the cup. So he was doing a little bit of everything, you know what I'm saying, in that first quarter. So I was kind of hyped about that. You know, it was really real close game at that point. 23. We're still down. It was 23-18, but yeah, I liked. I mean, I liked what I saw at that point. I'm gonna go ahead and bounce it back to you. How'd you feel about that first quarter?
You know what? I had missed the game. Yeah, I missed the first. Well, I missed the first quarter. I caught the rest of the game,
Oh, okay.
so I didn't really get to see the first. I saw the second half, the second quarter, and on. And
All right. Well, let me go ahead and explain it to you then. What you missed. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, Kemba was getting.
Yeah, I thought you just talked about that. Yeah, I think, but yeah, Cully, you ain't really miss nothing there, bro. The beginning of the game, we thought we had some clear advantages, um, there, offensively. We missed out on a lot. To be honest with you, it looked like Minnesota wasn't really feeling this game. You know what I'm saying? And then they started ramping up. They was like, yeah, well, somebody got to win. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's what I got. That's what I got from it.
Well,
I mean, we've been talking about it for a couple days.
Okay, but in that first quarter, though, we had 8 turnovers in that first quarter alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, if you control that turnover ratio, then chances are you're gonna that and the free throws. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones that come back to haunt you at the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, you know, at that point it was just, you know, Julius, and then it was funny though because Julius, he was trying to get others involved, and he saw Grimes in the corner, and he drives and kicks out to Grimes, and it was a little off. You know what I'm saying? The pass was a little off, but then he starts kind of yelling and shaking his head like, and he had that look like, that's why I don't pass y'all the ball because you guys don't catch. That's why I don't trust rooks. He kind of had that look on his face and said something as he was backpedaling back to on defense. But I just thought that was hilarious though, because he had that look like, man, that's why I don't trust y'all, man. I'm gonna just go ahead and get mine. But yeah, I mean, it was a little bit of a roller coaster up and down game, quarter to quarter. You know what I'm saying, with the turnovers and everything. So, I mean, I was just trying to talk a little bit about the game. But if you want to move on from that, we can move on from it. It don't matter to me. I was just trying to point out the positives of the games. You know, a lot of people were saying, you know, it came down to clutch free throws. You know, with the Julius and RJ, and I mean, we know that Julius isn't. He cracks under the pressure. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen in multiple games where even the last game it came down to a pass and he got fouled and he didn't want to take those free throws. He tried to hurry up and kick it out to either Evan or somebody. So yeah, he doesn't want to be in those pressure moments. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I get it, but I'll just look at the positives with Kemba being back and Evan scoring. You know what I'm saying? Because they actually had pretty good games offensively. I think Evan had 26 points that game. Then Kemba has, I think, 17. So, I mean, overall, yeah, Fournier had 27, and Kemba had 19. So it's for his first game back. But I ain't mad at that. And I'm not team Kemba, you know what I'm saying? Because he has those lapses on defense, and you can't switch him out. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, if you want to jump into that, we could just jump into that then. You know what I'm saying on the Kemba Dewey.
Jump on anything you want, brother. Everybody. I got a whole bunch of ammo. Just not that first quarter, but I got a whole bunch of ammo.
Go ahead. I'm gonna pass it off to you then.
Well, for one, welcome back, Kemba. That's my guy. I was happy to see him back. I missed the first quarter, but when I came in, my mom's a Knicks fan too. So when I came in, my mom was watching the game. I always tell her when the Knicks are playing. So she had the game on already. So I'm like, she said, oh, Kemba. She said, Walker's back. So I'm like, how'd he do? She's like, you know, he's a little rusty. He got to get back into it. So I'm like, all right. So I'm watching the game from then on. Fast forward, fourth quarter, second half. Kemba starts hitting the big shots. He starts feeling it. And I'm loving it because we need more ammo. We need as much ammo as we can for this team. We need all the ammo we can. And if Kemba's feeling it, we all feeling it. And before you know it, the energy is ours. We was down. We was trailing like we was trailing kind of like, well, not like the Hornets game, but we're trailing. I hate games where the team you're going for, they trail by the same amount the whole game. Like they trailed by, it's like the Knicks for like the first half. It's like they trailed by 8 or 9 for most of it. Well, at least the second quarter. It's like they kept trailing by 9. And finally they tied it up and they got the lead finally. But believe it or not, y'all, I don't even want to mention the refs this game because we got to be better. This is a game we have to be better. We have free throws. You're talking about refs. We have free throws on our side. Free throws. I don't even want to hear about refs. And me, I'm one of the first people to blame the ref. Because as a Knicks fan, we always get the pardon me, the shit stick of the whistle. Pardon, but we always get the crappy side of the whistle. So we got to be better, yo. We got to be better with the free throws. And our two, and for some of us, our two favorite guys missed the free throws, yo. Missed big free throws. I just couldn't believe it. Yo. And the last shot, my full sub. One last thing. As far as that last shot goes, after Burks got that rebound, Kemba should have taken that. He should have taken that shot. At least when it was about 3 seconds left. Kemba should have had that one.
Yeah, I mean, he was the one that was, controlling the offense and dribbling and kicking out and trying to get the ball to Randall. But it wasn't just the free throws though. Like at 9 minutes into the second quarter, that first three that Evan hit, that was it. You know what I'm saying? Because we went 1 for 11 on 3-pointers in that first quarter and 3 minutes into the second quarter. You know what I'm saying? We just kept chucking them. Then RJ was trying to get to the cup multiple ways though, but he needed a pick set for him because there's a lot of times he was one-on-one with Edwards and he was going east and west. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't get past him. Edwards is a strong dude. You know what I'm saying? We know RJ is strong, but Edwards got weight on RJ by,
I couldn't believe it either, man. I'm like, RJ.
By 10 pounds, you know what I'm saying? And,
right.
and you can see that he couldn't get past him, you know what I'm saying, without a screen being set. And I was like, oh, but I'm saying once he got that screen set for him, you know what I'm saying, he just went downhill and was trying to finish. And he didn't finish all the time, but he was getting to the line a lot, you know what I'm saying? And that was another thing, you know what I'm saying? That was another thing that we were looking at was that matchup, you know what I'm saying, between RJ and Edwards with all the smack that he was talking since last year. So that could get that could get to you too, you know what I'm saying, knowing that you got that game circled in you know what I'm saying, that matchup, that he's saying, and we know what he said though. He was like, yeah, we game planned around stopping Julius, and we didn't want him to take the shot. We rather have anybody else take the shot, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, he took that personal. But at the end of the day though, you know what I'm saying, what did RJ get? 17 points to Edwards. 21. So he got him on that. As far as Edwards did, though, you know what I'm saying, and he was RJ was 6 for 16, I believe. You know what I'm saying, so it wasn't like he had a great shooting night.
Yeah,
he had 6 for 16.
We're gonna call that brick for Brickstein. That's what he has.
Yeah. 2 for 7 for threes, you know what I'm saying? And he, like I said, he finished with 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists though. But so hey, just wasn't his nice night, but at least he was aggressive, you know what I'm saying? At least he just didn't put his head down and just like, man, I'm just gonna take this out, you know what I'm saying, and just and keep it pushing. Maybe next game would be better, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was just nice to see other guys involved, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, with the Kemba and the Evan, and then Evan just went cold after that. You know what I mean? And where was Burks at? Where was our third leading scorer?
Not a place to be found. That's another thing I want to mention, man. That's another thing I have to mention. The crowd, the entire Garden told you who to put in, Tibbs. I know you're the coach and all. I get that you're the coach. The Garden told you who to put in, man, and you went against the grain. For some reason, why do I feel like he was gonna put Obi in, but because the crowd chanted for him, he just wanted to. It's just his pride kicked in. Oh no, you gonna tell me what to do? Oh, I'm putting in Burks. I'm putting in my veteran. Oh, why do I feel that way? I don't know why I feel like he wanted to put Obi into a crowd chanted, and it's just his pride kicked in. I don't know why I feel that way.
But that's who Tibbs is, though. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna play his guys. You know what I'm saying? And Obi's been in the doghouse for a minute now, so Burks is his next man up. I mean, you can't really be surprised about that. You know what I'm saying? Tibbs is who he is,
Wow.
and we know that. You know what I'm saying? So for him to go looking at the bench, like, all right, who's my guy? You know what I'm saying? Whether it's gonna be
So, y'all not wondering why the team hadn't sent Obi to the G League yet?
You said why? That's what you said, Freezy?
Yeah. No, I'm asking. I was just wondering if both of y'all had thought about that.
No,
If
but I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why now. Probably not. Why? Because maybe they have a trade lined up for him. That's why. Why send him there?
it make me think that they think Obi is a bust, bro, because it's the same path. They taking the same path with Obi that they took with Frank Ntilikina and Kevin Knox. They not getting no minutes. They not going down to the G League. They done changed. The dude got a new coach. All this stuff, man. I'm concerned that the front office think Obi ain't it.
I think they lose trade value, you know what I'm saying, and sends it to the league that they don't believe in their guys, and by sending them to the G League, it's kind of you're demoting them when you do that. And the only reason why
I think you lose trade value if Obi go to the G League and he don't average 28 and 14. If Obi go to the G League and average what he averaging up here, like maybe 10 and 6 or something, or 8 and 6, then I think you lose value. But what you expect by Obi Toppin going to the G League at his age and his athleticism, you would expect Obi to kill it down there.
But we expected that from the jump when he got drafted because he was NBA ready. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think they're willing to take that risk and letting everybody know that he's a bust, and now you get nothing for him.
Right. And what you think, Cully?
No, I think that's why I said. That's why I don't think that's. I think they're not sending him down for that reason. They might want to ship him off soon. Just looking that way, they might. I mean, they have today's the 18th. I'm sorry, no, today's the 19th. They have all this. They have about 2 or 3 more weeks till deadline. It's enough time to analyze this team. So I figured, that's why they're not sending him down. They probably have a thing for him. They probably have a plan for him, or they want to ship him off or see what they can get. Which kind of sucks, in my opinion. I actually like Obi, but my thing is not to cut anybody off. My bad. So my thing is with Obi, we could trade him, but at the end of the day, somebody has to back up Randall. Somebody. So you can sit here and trade the guy who plays power forward after Randall. Taj? That's my thing. Who plays? Somebody Randall has to rest. I don't care. No matter what way you look at it, the man got to rest at some point. So if we're gonna trade him for at least another power forward, I hope it would be someone better. You would want somebody better to back the guy up. That's what I would think. You want someone coming off that's going to contribute in his spot. There's not many good power forwards out there like there used to be. A lot of them are small ball threes. So
I just feel, just when Rose went down, Obi's production went down too. You know what I'm saying? So Rose was the key to unlocking Obi, and once we get Rose back, we'll get that production back again because our fast break transition points also went down. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody has that point guard awareness to have their head up, you know what I'm saying, and set other players up. And that's what Obi needs is those oops. That's why he's always pointing. And it's that split second that the other players that have the ball in their hand, they miss that, you know what I'm saying? They don't see that, you know what I'm saying? They're not used to getting others involved. They're used to getting their own buckets, you know what I'm saying? And that's why his production is going down. So he just needs that point guard, you know what I'm saying? That's why we look so different in the beginning of the year than we do now. So I'm not ready to get rid of Obi unless you know what I'm saying, it's bringing in
the only guy
a franchise point guard, you know what I'm saying?
Franchise? Whoa. I mean, I can understand a big package like that. I was just thinking that guy Torrey Craig came to mind. I'm just thinking of Torrey Craig. You could probably flip Obi and Torrey Craig. After all, the Pacers do want to rebuild, so they say. I know Torrey Craig's up for grabs. It's not like he's the most valuable player in the world. Probably flip him and Torrey Craig could play some 3 and 4, some 2, 3 and 4. I would flip him into Torrey Craig. You want to compete? Get Torrey Craig. He can play D and he can hit the 3. Not athletic, but tough. He's a tough dude. He got championship experience. You know what I mean? He got experience. Get him. He's probably cheap, yo. If you're gonna make a run, forget the Miles Turner thing. He got the injury. Flip Obi for Torrey Craig. Torrey Craig ain't gonna complain about no minutes. He might, but he's gonna come in and back up Randall. That's what matters. I mean, that's what I would do, man. I don't know. There's so many things you could think about. So many variations you can go.
I just don't think he it, bro.
You
know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just
I know you
because if it was a clear thing, like say for instance, if it was a situation where, say, Derrick Rose got hurt and Obi production dropped in one area, then I can dig it. But Derrick Rose don't help him rebound and block shots. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
You can have the thing is we already have enough players where if they don't do one thing right, they can't impact the game in other areas. Like Kemba, like Fournier. You know what I'm saying? Like Obi. Like for instance, if he not getting dunks at the basket, like I think I talked to D Poetic a few minutes ago. Well, I guess it's been about an hour or so ago, but he's like, Obi had 72 shots at the rim, and guess how many of them were dunks? 58.
72. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess the rest were 3.
So if my man ain't most of his short field goals is dunks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so if he only impacting the game with dunking, we don't need him anyway. You know what I'm saying? We need dudes that's going to rebound, defend, block shots. You know what I'm saying? And because we can't ask Randall to score 20 and grab 10 rebounds a game. Ask Kemba to score 14 and get 6 assists a game. Ask RJ to get 17, 5 and 3, and then tell Obi just to go out there and dunk. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense from a basketball perspective.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then for in my opinion, the kicker is the dude was supposed to be NBA ready. That's the reason why we drafted a old player, because he's supposed to be NBA ready. And the fact that he not NBA ready is concerning. It makes me think the reason why they don't want to send him to the G League is because he not going to dominate the G League like a everyday NBA player should. And if they do that, I think that's going to drive his value down in trades.
He's not. He's only a second-year player, you know?
Yeah. Well, Deuce killed it today. Deuce scored 16 and had 16 assists.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I can't make that excuse. Wait, Deuce was in the G League today?
Yeah, he has 16 points.
Down there? Well,
Bro,
I mean, day off. It's the day off, so they can send him down.
He has 16 points and 16 assists and 6 steals.
But how does that translate to the NBA though? How Deuce ain't scoring 16 points when he comes to the Knicks and plays off the bench?
We don't know that yet. We don't know that.
We do. He scored. He played 2 games with Obi when he started. You know what I'm saying? With the Toronto game and the OKC game. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get 16 points. And that's with no Kemba or no D Rose. So he didn't have nobody looking up. He didn't have to look over his shoulder waiting for someone to take his spot. He didn't produce 16 points. That's a different animal. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to
It just sound like Obi is a bust, bro. Because they did the same thing with Frank. You remember they was like, the only reason why Frank ain't productive is because Porzingis was hurt. You remember they had a little thing, and Frank production would dip every time Porzingis would get hurt. But they had a nice little chemistry. You know what I'm saying? A little nice little pick and roll where Frank would set him up at the top of the key and Porzingis would knock down that 20-footer.
Yep. But there's nothing about Frank's game that you could be like, oh yeah, he could hold down the floor. Before he got past half court, he passed the ball up, you know what I'm saying, as a point guard.
Yeah, so it's the same thing with Obi. When Obi passed half court, what Obi doing at half court?
But Obi's not the point guard though. But what I'm trying to get
I know Obi a power forward.
With no power.
We know Obi not a point guard, bro. That's ridiculous. We say Obi is a power forward with no half court game, right? And when he come cross half court, what move does he have to score a basket in the half court?
He did it one game. He crossed over, you know what I'm saying, spun and went off the glass with his offhand. So he can't do it just like Mitch did the other game where he tipped the ball in the air, went behind the back and passed the ball, or he took Plumlee off the bounce, you know what I'm saying, crossed over, did a Euro step and yammed it. I mean, when you see those types of things, that tells you that those players can do it. Now, whether they do it every game, whether they have the, you know what I'm saying, they have the ability.
Yeah, it sounds like you don't want to admit Obi a bust, bro.
No, I'm just saying that we're not utilizing him. So what about our fast break points? Have they gone down since D Rose?
Yeah, Cully, it sounds like my man don't want to. It sounds like Sub don't want to admit it. I don't either.
Not yet.
As a coach, you have to utilize each player to their strengths. You know what I'm saying, and figure out.
See, now it's the coach fault.
It is to
the coach fault. Yeah.
It is to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, bro. You got to have players, bro. Coaches coach players. Coaches don't coach just randoms, bro.
You can say the same thing about Mitch. Why is Mitch only getting putbacks and yams? Why is all his points in the paint? Why is he not taking any middies? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I answer that. I'll answer that for you.
And it's been 4 years.
So for a dude, so just before you cut me off, the dude has the lowest usage rate in the NBA, Mitchell Robinson, and he averaging 8 points on the lowest usage rate, right? So when you compare Mitch to Obi, right, just think about if Mitchell Robinson had Obi Toppin's usage rate. You know what I'm saying? Mitch would probably be averaging about 14, 15 points a game. Mitch legit does not hold the ball long enough in order to make plays offensively. Right, but Obi is a power forward / transition open court player, right? But when there is no transition, when he's not in transition, and he's not in the open court, what does he do? That's the question that I'm asking Knicks fans. Like, what does Obi Toppin do when he's not dunking?
And that's why he has a short leash. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to get at, there's 3 other centers. There's a Taj Gibson, and there's a Noels that take middies and take 3-point shots. You know what I'm saying? That look at the basket when they get the ball. Mitch gets the ball and hands it right off without even turning his back and facing the hoop. So is that his fault, or is that the team's fault? No, he's not taking the opportunity. If you get the ball, you got to be a threat by looking at the rim, and that's what he did last game. He gave him a pump fake. You know what I'm saying? Why not do that every other time? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or
yeah, that's because he's not that type of player. You can't make the dude be something that he not. It's like telling Davis Bertans that he should be a shot blocker and a rebounder because he's 6'10". Davis Bertans is a knockdown 3-point shooter.
Funny, I'm looking at the Wizards highlights now, but yeah. And so what we getting at is Obi, when Obi not dunking, what is he doing? He's setting screens. He's still active. He's running.
Oh yeah, he's setting screens. Right. Okay.
No, but don't do that, because didn't your boy? No, I'm leaving it alone.
Yeah, he's setting screens and he's cutting to the basket. It's not his fault. They're not finding him on the easy. Yeah,
the man is always down there. One time he had his hand like this for like.
You can say the same thing about Mitch. If they do a pick and roll and Mitch rolls to the basket and they don't find him on the hoop, that's not his fault. You know what I'm saying? That's the person who has the rock in their hand not getting him the assist. Same thing goes for Obi. They're similar in their game, and their style. They're both rim runners. They both need a point guard in order for them to get their points up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure that our fast break points have dropped since D Rose left. Because last year we were dead last, and this year we were around the 14th middle area of the NBA when D Rose is there. Now that D Rose is there, gone, I'm pretty sure we dropped back down to dead last.
Yeah. No, data don't support that, bro.
Points are points, regardless however you score them. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a putback, you know what I'm saying? a midi. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, points or points, however you get them. You know what I'm saying?
I would be with you. I would be with you on that if Obi did other stuff. For instance, I would be with you on this if Obi Toppin got to the free throw line like 4 or 5 times a game. Then you could at least say, well, when he ain't dunking, he at least threatening the basket, right? But he don't get to the basket. He don't rebound at a high rate. He don't knock down the three. You know what I'm saying? He's shooting. I think he's shooting 22% from three, and it looks awful coming out of his hand. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm willing to say right now that you know outside of Porzingis and RJ Barrett, the other first round pick and Grimes and Grimes also RJ Barrett, Grimes and Porzingis, all the other first round picks when we looked at what we got, we were like, oh my goodness, we may have wasted a draft pick, but instead of like sending them to the G League and letting them work on certain skills, we kept them on the bench and not giving them minutes, so they don't get better in a real NBA game, and then they don't get better in a G League game. They just sit and don't get better at all.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah, but he's also a gym rat though, as far as what we heard over the summer. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he's putting in the work. Now, has it translated? No. You know what I'm saying? But we gave Frank Ntilikina 4 years. You know what I'm saying? And every year we're like, oh, I hope this is the year he gets aggressive. I hope this is the year he shows us something. You know what I'm saying? And there is
Right.
a lot of Frank Ntilikina. You know what I'm saying? Hives out there that were pro Ntilikina. Me, I never was, but at the same time, I'm going to give this kid a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless we get value out of him. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say that Tibbs is going to be here the next 2 years after this, and maybe the next person can unlock him. You know what I'm saying? Before, I mean, we kept Knox around for until this year trade deadline. So I mean,
Yeah, I was with you till you said Tibbs, bro. The only thing Tibbs is done since he's been here is brought the franchise a winning record. That's what he's done, right? Last year he was 41-31, and right now, what are we? 1 game under 500, 2 games under 500 right now, something like that. Whatever it is, right? Tibbs has a winning record as the Knicks coach, and we want to shuffle him out in order to get Obi Toppin more minutes.
No, I'm just saying though, like he might not be the long term plan. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is we have Obi for another 2 years. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to get at. You know what I mean? So we have Obi for another 2 years, and if you're not gonna trade him for something, of value, then I'm okay with giving him limited minutes, because you got to earn your minutes. You know what I'm saying? As far as that.
Yeah.
I'm on the Tibbs. I'm with Tibbs. You know what I'm saying? Like, the proof is in the pudding. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has a winning record, and he is who he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has a short rotation. You know what I'm saying? He likes his guys, and that's what's worked for him over the years. You know what I'm saying? So until we start really having a losing record, like the rest of our coaches, where we're back in the lottery, and then you can start judging him on whether his theories work or not. But right now we're just 1 game under 500. You know what I'm saying?
Eddie C, what's good?
Yo, what's up? What's going on, guys?
Hey, I'm chopping it up with Sub, bro. He digging in on this Obi thing, bro.
Yeah, I was listening to you guys, and your thoughts on what Obi and on the team and what they should do, and the coach and stuff. Me, man, I like Obi as a player, right? But if we're not gonna be able to give him minutes behind Julius Randle, there's really no point of having him on the team. And then now, especially with Cam, I think Cam is actually gonna take minutes from Obi Toppin. I hear a lot of Evan Fournier. I hear a lot of maybe RJ Barrett, whoever the wings are. But I actually think he might be taking Obi Toppin's minutes at the power forward. So if anything, they might be trading Obi Toppin pretty soon, because what happened yesterday, to me that's completely embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
Him not being able to get into the game when your center is down.
Right.
I think that's pretty embarrassing, and I just think that's like, to me it would be the last straw as to what you think of the player.
Yeah.
Everything is right there for you to see. If
But
if you're
Eddie
putting,
C, Eddie C, the
yeah,
thing about it is, Obi is not a traditional big. He not a rim protector, shot blocker, rebounder. He a transition player.
Mm-hmm.
right.
Okay.
But still, I mean, strategics aside, I mean, Obi Toppin probably should have gotten that shot to finish that game. Once all of your centers are out and you're not going to put Jericho Sims in, it's like, I mean, he's the most logical. And did you guys? I don't know if you guys saw when they didn't pick Obi, not the his reaction, but somebody screamed to him saying, "We love you, Obi," and Obi said back to the person, "I love you too." So it's like the fans, he brings a level to excitement. Not the strategical fans or podcasting like we like to do, but like the regular fans, they love Obi Toppin.
Yeah,
They
because
really
he's
love Obi
highlight
Toppin.
real. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had someone that goes through the legs or and yams or does a windmill. You know what I'm saying? Since for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
since
And
since
and and at the
since
end
Nate
of the
Robinson.
day, not talking basketball, that's what, well, maybe not to the Knicks, but that's what put butts in the seats, right? Like that's what you want to see. That's what the people pay big money to go see. You know what I'm saying? They want to see him on the breakaway. It's just that on this team, um, the way we play is not indicative to. I was listening to Cully say something about him holding up. Man, it's been like a million times since this kid's been a rookie that he's asked for the ball and he's never
Mm-hmm.
gotten it.
Mm-hmm.
Alec Burks, I think Alec Burks one time even talked to him about it, and Alec Burks is of the mindset, if it's a risky pass, I'm not going to do it.
Right.
And all of the passes to Obi are risky. You know what I'm saying? They're alley oops. You have to have a certain type of mindset to throw alley oops.
Yeah.
Not everybody is keen to that. You know what I'm saying? So there's nobody on this team that's gonna make him go.
Right.
And it sucks because there is everybody in the NBA has a point guard except for the New York Knicks. I believe that mostly in every other arena, every other team, Obi Toppin is gonna look way better than he does with us. And that's where my heart, it's beside itself, it's divided in the way that I think about him, because it's gonna suck to see him in San Antonio with DeJounte Murray. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna suck seeing him in Sacramento with a Darren Fox. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's
But
it's gonna suck seeing him anywhere else and him be able to play his game, not be worried about. I'm not trying to down to Thibodeau because I actually like defense. I'm a defensive minded guy myself, first and foremost. But um, any other coach besides this Tom Thibodeau would probably fall in love with the way he plays, because he does everything that you want in a player, right? Energy, he listens, he's coachable. Um, he has a little good things to him. Under Mike D'Antoni, this guy is a superstar.
Huh?
Under
we can
Kenny
say that about
Atkinson,
all our players though. We
under
can say
Kenny
that.
Atkinson, this guy's a superstar.
No, this dude ain't no superstar. Kenny Atkinson, bro.
Nah, he is. Kenny Atkinson?
Nah.
No, not a superstar. Okay.
No, this dude ain't no superstar.
Yeah, but
Kenny Atkinson.
we've been saying what would Randall look like with a point guard, you know what I'm saying? Or what would RJ look like with a point guard? Now we're saying what would Obi look like a point guard? Why not just bring a point guard in there and maybe that?
I've never said that about Julius Randle because I believe Julius Randle
he can create his own shot.
He's a point forward kind of. He's a point forward, so he needs the ball in his hands a little bit more than the point guard. I'm thinking that Obi Toppin is more of like that Utah Jazz back in the day type of power forward where they always had the point guard and they had the power forward to play with them when they had Stockton and Malone, when they had Carlos Boozer and Darren Williams.
Man, no,
So he's
Quinn
that.
Snyder? Eddie said Quinn Snyder is a young Tibbs. When you
I'm
Quinn
talking
Snyder,
about the way
Tibbs, like 20 years younger.
I'm not talking about coaching here, Freezy. I'm talking about the way you build your team with a power forward and a point guard. That's what I was talking about. That type of style.
Okay.
That type of style of point. Because can you say probably Obi Toppin can turn into Carlos Boozer?
Mm-hmm. How good was Carlos Boozer?
Carlos Boozer was probably a top 10 power forward when he was playing with Darren Williams.
Yeah. I mean,
but you see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, and he wasn't that when he wasn't with Darren Williams. He was another type of player. So it's just how you build your team, and the team is not built to have a player like him. Our team is not built for that. You know what I mean?
What would you say? What type of players is our team built for? The Knicks?
The way it's currently constructed,
more veterans.
We need a shooting point guard.
Mm-hmm.
We need somebody in the mold of like a Kobe White or something like that. You know, who's well, we have Emmanuel Quickly, right?
We have Quickly, so
we have Emmanuel Quickly. So you know that's probably the type of point guard that probably do best with. And you see how Emmanuel Quickly plays with Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin plays his best when Emmanuel Quickly's on the floor.
Yeah, but he misses him on assignments too, so he's not really.
Oh yeah. Kudos. Yeah.
He's not ready.
A bunch of times Quickly misses him. It's until now that he's finding them more. But yeah, he's really not that type of point guard that's looking to pass, right?
Right. I'd rather have Quickly come off the bench, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, with Obi, though, we still need a starting caliber point guard. So how do you feel about it, De'Aaron Fox or Jalen Brunson? Are you for either one of those?
I would love to have those. Jalen Brunson, I'm not really high on Jalen Brunson like that. Like,
but he could
I see a lot of people get like super excited about Jalen Brunson.
He does everything though, you know what I'm saying? Like he could take you off the bounce, you know what I'm saying? He could finish with either one of his hands, you know what I'm saying? He could stop, pivot, you know what I'm saying? Take you off the bounce, hit a little fadeaway, step back, you know what I'm saying? He does a little bit of everything. And he's just kind of undersized at 6 foot.
I think that's probably my beef with him, you know what I'm saying? He's little.
Yeah.
He's little.
And he's from Villanova, you know what I'm saying? So he's a dog, you know what I'm saying? That's where Kyle Lowry came from. So you know what I'm saying? They're kind of similar in their pedigree. And I just got through watching a game with him going against Van Fleet, and yeah, they're pretty much the same, you know, size and stature.
And I love me some Van Fleet. Oof.
Yeah,
I like that kid a lot.
But that's a guy that really doesn't need the ball. He's a point guard, but he can play off guard too. That's why he plays so great with Luka. You know what I'm saying? That he doesn't necessarily need.
Whoever tickles your fancy. I'm not really that high on him though. Like going crazy for somebody like Jalen Brunson. I would rather maybe somebody else. But I mean, I wouldn't be mad if they made a play for him.
But if we just keep waiting, we're never going to get anybody. And we're just going to be talking about this in free agency next year, in the draft this year, and so
we play the waiting game every season.
Yeah, we keep waiting. We're never going to get anybody. You know what I'm saying
we haven't had a point guard since like Mark Jackson and them, bro. Like,
right?
It's not even been these past few seasons. It's been years since the Knicks have had a starting caliber point guard.
I would say Raymond Fountain for those first couple of years when we had Amari. I'm saying
and
they went
Felton
off.
is garbage. Like Felton wasn't really like somebody that you say, this was the Knicks point guard. You know what I'm saying? For 10 years.
No, but I'm saying those 2 years he was pretty good though.
He was playing, but was that D'Antoni that was coaching him then?
No, that was Woodson.
That was Whitson. Okay, he's a great coach.
Well, no, Felton. The first year was D'Antoni. No, the first year was D'Antoni. Yeah.
The first year was D'Antoni.
The first stint that Felton played for the Knicks was D'Antoni. Yeah. Then it was
when D'Antoni got fired. It was because of the Carmelo thing, right? It was Carmelo.
Yeah.
But you can even say probably the best point guard that we had for like 10 games was probably Jeremy Lin, bro.
Mm.
And it all goes down to coaching. It all goes down to how you coach the players that are best for your team. Like you can see that Tom Thibodeau, his best thing is if he has defensive players. You know what I'm saying? He has defensive players, and if you can give him maybe one guy or hopefully two guys that can score, he'll win you a lot of basketball games. He ain't going to win you a championship, but he'll win you a lot of basketball games. So, like, probably a Darren Fox would be better in that sense because he plays good, great defense.
He doesn't play great defense, though.
Well, he's in Sacramento, so I haven't seen him in a minute. But when he was in college, he was a dog. He was a stout defender. I don't know if he's not. Sacramento is not really breeding him like that to become, beast like that. So
he does have those Kentucky ties, though. You know what I'm saying?
But he's too expensive. He's too expensive.
Yeah, he's 106. He got that 5-year, 163 million contract so averages out to 32 million and a half every year. Are you willing to pay 32 million?
If there's anything that I learned from my favorite guy in the office, I forgot his name, Brock Aller.
Mm-hmm.
He's not gonna overpay for nobody. Like the numbers, when he crunches the numbers and he says, okay, this is the type of guys that we could. Let's talk about Evan Fournier. Can we talk about Evan Fournier for a second?
Go ahead.
Just because I was talking about the numbers, he's kind of like creeping up to earning that paycheck that he got. Mm-hmm. In my eyes, like anybody could say have the differences or say whatever. If he keeps on playing like this, he's earned that money.
Yeah, he's worth every penny. Yeah,
he's earned it.
I like Fournier. Go ahead.
But so no, that's all I wanted to say about that and the money and how much how they go about things when it comes to the front office, right? He's not gonna overpay for anybody. You know what I mean? Yeah, Obi Toppin is on a rookie deal for 3 more years.
Mm-hmm.
So if they trade Obi Toppin, it's probably going to be for another player that was a high lottery pick that is similar in sense, but in maybe in the way they play, but not for the team. Like another team needs a power forward and we need a point guard, so we can do that switch with somebody that was in the lottery like that. Again, I go back to Kobe White. For some reason, I kind of like Kobe White in that sense, like Obi Toppin for Kobe White. Like we need a point guard, they need a power forward.
Get rid of their guys the way they're playing and their chemistry is right now.
Huh?
What's the point if we got IQ?
I mean, I don't think it would be bad to have 2 of those guys, right? We kind of like have that with Kemba.
No, it would be bad. It would be useless. It would be horrible, bro.
There's only one.
Is it more horrible than wasting away Obi Toppin for the next 3-4 years?
No, but that's why you would trade Obi Toppin for another power forward if you're just gonna get rid of him.
How many power forwards do you want, Cully?
Like, we only have 2. Well, technically 3 if you count Tars, but I don't count.
But you can get in a backup power forward. You can get that anywhere, I think, man.
Yeah, they come a dime a dozen.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, there's not many good ones.
What you can't get, what I will give the New York Knicks credit for, is finally finding that wing.
We need some more of those, though.
They finally found, the 6'8" wing that we were kind of missing. and that can play, right? Because Knox, he just couldn't play. Like, he couldn't get burned. At least Cam will get burned, but as long as he stays healthy, that's my only thing with him. He just needs to stay healthy. I don't know what it is, but you know, he needs to stay healthy. So they found us that wing. I just don't see really another move that's like shocking to me that the Knicks will do. They'll probably do really small moves, but I don't
I'm
see a
okay with
move that's
small
like
moves. Build. Sometimes building could take small moves. So I'm okay with it. And just pay guys. If you got to pay guys in the off season, pay them. But just the right small moves is okay with me. We don't need that. We don't need that loud move. We don't need it.
I think we already did it. I think it's kind of like the
been
same thing we did last year.
with Rose.
Yeah, it's
Marginal?
eerily similar. Getting it early on.
Yeah,
A
midpoint.
piece that we were missing. Last year we were missing the point guard too. Derrick Rose came in and solidified the point guard, even though, he was coming off the bench playing limited minutes, older guy, but he solidified that point guard position for us. And it's evident to see how much we miss Derrick Rose now. Now we're playing better. You imagine if Derrick Rose was there, like, we would probably be on the same trajectory as we was last season.
Yeah, but you
So-
can't depend on Derrick Rose. He's so injury prone that you're going to expect him to miss some time during each one.
During the season, but when it comes to playoff time, he's gonna be there. Same thing with Kemba. If we get to the playoffs, we'll probably be a little dangerous because we have players, man. I never was when everybody was crying and, oh, we suck and we were losing a lot of games. Like, I never wavered.
At
on,
what specific season? What season? This season? Last one?
Yeah, this season when Evan Fournier was playing
Stop
like
caring.
garbage, when Kemba Walker was on the bench.
I stopped caring, man. When things like that happen, I'm not to say I stopped caring, but I don't think too much into it because I'm like, you just got to keep your expectations low, man. You got to keep them low. That's all. Fournier, I will say though, and I said this with my man Sub, one of these shows. I said, yo, I still got hope in Fournier, man. Like, some veterans, they get it together around the midpoint of the season. Some of them, they may have slow starts to the season. I know they get paid a lot, so it makes you mad, but the big buckets to me matter at the end of the season when if the team is winning, because I feel like that's how a lot of guys get paid. Some guys get paid for a season's work. Some guys get paid for playoff series work. And Evan, he didn't really do much for the Celtics in the last. He got paid for the Magic years, for his years with the Magic, which is okay, cool. If he keeps playing like this, I will agree with Eddie on that. Like, how, like, what I'm saying, if he keeps playing like this and hitting them big shots and going for 30, 40 plus and with on efficient shooting, I'm cool with that. He's a bad defender. We get it. We didn't sign him here to be a lockdown. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
But for big shots like that and could put it on the deck a little something, I'm okay with it. I got to see how the rest of the season plays out, but I'm okay with it.
So you guys are convinced with Kemba finishing off the year strong and not being so injured and being reliable on the court these next few games, these next 10 games? Do you see him playing these next 10 games?
That I don't know. Now, I'm a little biased with Kemba. I like Kemba, but that I don't know. I don't know how healthy he'll be. It's really on him how well he rehabs that knee. It's arthritis, so I don't even know. I know as long as he's available, he'll probably play the best he can. At least I would hope. If he's available and can play like how he did last night when he got hot, I'll take that Kemba any day of the week. I know we're not going to get that.
That's going, like I said, like I mentioned before, that's going against Patrick Beverly. You know what I'm saying? Next, I mean, the Clippers not so much, but next after that, you got the Cavs, the Heat, the Bucks, the Kings, the Grizzlies, the Lakers, the Jazz. You know what I'm saying? We're going against playoff teams the next 10 games.
After the 23rd, after the 23rd, it's the city. I think we had the toughest schedule in the NBA, if I'm not mistaken. So after the 23rd, ish gets real. It gets real. It gets real. So it's gonna be fun. That's all about.
Is it gonna be fun?
It's not really gonna be fun, but it's not really gonna be. It's gonna be sad, but I say it's gonna be fun because for us Knicks fans, we're loyal. So we living and going. We're sinking with the ship. You know what I mean?
I think it's not gonna be. I think it's not gonna be that bad. I think we're gonna stay hovering around 500.
I have some hope.
We're gonna stay hovering around 500. That's basically what we are. We're a 500 team. You know what I'm saying? And as long as we can keep afloat and stay in that 6, 7, 8, 9 range, we're gonna be in position to make it to the playoffs, and we're gonna be in position to have a playoff game, a playoff series.
We just have too much inconsistency to be a 500 team. We don't have neither one of our point guards is available. You know what I'm saying? And then we got Burke starting at the point guard when neither one of them can play, and everybody playing out.
Which is a great thing to have, having 2 point guards that are injury prone. So Burks is, really an important piece to the team because, God forbid both of those guys go down. It can happen in a game. At least you have somebody, Burks, you have an IQ, you still have pieces, and you still even have Deuce. So you have a lot. We have a lot.
We have a lot. We just need the guys fully back, man. Oh man, if Rose was here, I think we would have won at least.
We
Rose
would
and
have been
Kimba
better.
both-
We would have been better.
yeah, Rose and Kimba back at least. Like if Rose was back, if Rose was here, I think he went out a little bit before Christmas, or I mean a little bit before like December, like mid-December. If him and Kimba was both here in the mid-December up until now, we probably would have won 10 more games. I'm gonna say that at least 8 out of 10.
So how much longer does he have for his injury? Does anybody know?
I think 2
Around.
weeks. I think.
So he's basically coming back in February.
Yeah, because I remember it being 6 to 8 at the time, but I guess to be
that was just a reevaluation after that, though. You know what I'm saying?
That was just a reevaluation.
So okay, let's say he comes in late February,
so maybe
like last week of February,
right? Yeah.
And then you've added, like, Knicks don't do any moves, and you've added Cam to the mix, and he's playing, right? Like it's not like Knox, like he's actually getting minutes and he's doing some things for us. Like he doesn't have to score 20 points, but he's defending well and he's hitting his 3-point shot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's like a 10 deep team. Like you have guys that literally you can go 10 deep.
Well, that's all Tibbs plays anyways, though. So
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, as long as we stay healthy, we have so many players that can go out and produce. Even if Noel is healthy, you have somebody that can.
Though, Eddie, all year we haven't been healthy. Noel plays one game and he's hurt. Kemba plays one game and he's hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like
the thing is this.
You can't just expect all of a sudden just us to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? And continue forward with the injury prone, with everybody being injury prone. You know what I'm saying? So
when it comes to veterans that have been in the league for a very long time, like basketball for them don't even start until after the All-Star break.
Yeah, they get that's what I said.
So like the first 2 months, the first 3 months, barring that somebody gets really injured, you can see basketball players not play their best. You can see them taking nights off. You can see, little knickknacks where they have 2-3 games that they don't play. But once All-Star break finishes, like these guys get into mode because, one more month and the beginning of April and the season is over. You know what I mean? So I'm giving them time, bro. Like once February starts, everybody's going to be on the squad. All-Star break, after All-Star break, everybody's going to be playing. We're going to have Kemba, Rose backing them up. We're going to have Evan Fournier, RJ backing them up. We have IQ and Cam Reddish now. Randall's going to play the majority of the minutes, so, Obi Toppin is not really a factor for me. And then Mitchell Robinson is looks like he's playing much better. It looks like he's lost some weight now. I don't know if he's taken off the braces from his sneakers, but he's looking more agile.
No, he still got the braces on.
Okay, so he still got the braces on, but he looks different. He's
yeah,
cutting.
He looks like he lost some weight. He's
Mitch, right? Mitch?
Yeah, he's getting his conditioning back and stuff like that. And he seems to have.
Look, he slimmed down a little. Like he shedded a couple pounds.
And then there's a player that I missed that might be useful in spots in Quentin Grimes' defensive situations.
My guy.
Yeah, but even he had like 17 minutes yesterday and only had 3 points. So I mean,
Right, he didn't play his. He's had some duds, but his
Yeah.
defensive is always there. So you can always rely on him playing great defense. And the 3 points that he has was a great steal, open floor, and one bucket. Um,
Right.
so guys, like man, we just have so many pieces.
so
If
you're
we could
sold
just
on Kemba. You're sold on Kemba being our starting point guard for the rest of the year, even though he's a defensive liability and can't get switched onto other players.
I am because I don't think we're gonna have the balls enough to make that big swing deal. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I think we're just gonna keep him because okay, he's getting 8 million. He's out producing his contract.
Right.
Like he's dropped 44 points in a game. He's dropped,
And we lost those games too, though. You know what I'm saying,
but
so.
but no, not on his accord. You know what I'm saying? Like he did all he can do to help us out.
We talking about Kimba?
Yeah, like not one person loses you the fight or wins you the fight. You know what I'm saying? It's a team basketball game, so everybody has to come and play. But if you have a player that can score 40 points for you, like I don't know if Randall can really do that like that. You know what I'm saying? Randall will probably get you 28 with 10 boards and 6 assists. But when you look at somebody like Kemba's somebody that you can say on any given night, Kemba will give you 40.
Yeah, and Fournier did the same thing the other night by getting his career high, but that makes my point even that much stronger. Is now you got two defensive liabilities on the court. Do you trust that move? You know what I'm saying, going forward with two defensive liabilities that can't switch on, whether it's a bigger wing or you know what I'm saying, or bigger point guard. So like when you go on,
It's a okay. I see what you're getting at, but it's a 48-minute game, right? So throughout the game, there's going to be times where you have substitutions, where you have defensive players in there, and things can happen where, let's say for some reason Fournier is not on, and Quentin Grimes is playing well. Maybe Quentin Grimes gets the fourth quarter minutes of that game, and you can do a lot of different things. You know, nothing is really etched in stone. The same thing goes for Kemba. If Kemba's not on, Derrick Rose will probably be playing, and Derrick Rose, even though he's not a defensive guy, he's a 6'3" point guard. You know, he's a bigger body.
well, that's what he was doing in the beginning of the year. Was Tibbs was playing Rose towards the end of the games, even though Kemba was starting. You know, what I'm saying he was finishing the game with D Rose. So,
Right, right. That's his boy, right? So they've been together for years. I don't think anybody's going to be able to break that relationship and that trust, especially at the end of the games, more than Derrick Rose and Taj Gibson. So Taj still gets minutes. You know, he just trusts the guy. But yeah, man. Like I still got faith in this team, man. Like I know where we are. I know I ain't winning no championship. You know what I'm saying? I know most likely if we do get to the playoffs, we'll probably lose in that first round to the playoffs. But if they get to the playoffs, they'll show me something.
Yeah. Well, I
I
mean,
just don't feel like
And
this
adding
team
to the fact that the
is gonna
East
get us
is
to the
not
playoffs.
just that the Knicks are playing worse than last year, the East is way better than it was last year. Way
Most
better than it was.
most
of
definitely.
course.
Yeah, I just don't feel it with the way this team is currently just constructed that we're gonna make it to the
Currently,
playoffs.
yeah. Currently, we look trash. But
Yeah,
I would hope
we still haven't seen. Go ahead, Kelly. My fault.
no, I would hope that momentum swings our way, and I'm okay with like the ceiling of this team. I'm okay with the second round. Of course, I'd want more than that, but first round. I mean, first round is cool for us to make a playoff push and get there. That would be cool, but I want to see better than last year. I want to see something better than. So I would want to see a second round. I'm okay with a second round because that shows that okay, we was better than last year, and that shows that we can stay consistent in getting to the playoffs. I'm not okay with another hiatus of us missing playoffs and all that stuff. I'm not okay with that. With the long, we need winning in New York, like winning.
Yeah, winning cures everything.
Yeah, and then the last few games we've been playing great basketball. We've been over 500 in the last 10 games, I believe.
Yeah, we were like 8 for 10. Or, you know what I'm saying? We just lost, or like 8 for 11. We just lost our last,
Our
our
last
last
two,
two.
right?
Yeah, last two.
Yeah, Charlotte was a complete debacle. Like Charlotte, um, it looks like they can kick our ass anytime we meet them.
It's just a bad
So
matchup. You know what I'm saying? Just
yeah, I don't like that matchup at all. Miles Bridges is way too agile.
mhm.
Um, and they
But
didn't even have
those are the
Lamelo.
types of things with Mitch that you got to do the pick and roll with Mitch and let Mitch eat on those games. You know what I'm saying? Because make it easy on yourself and find the mismatches on games like that. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta keep feeding him, keep feeding him. If it ain't
The
broke, don't fix
Minnesota game, I wasn't too mad at it. Um, I wasn't too mad at it because Cat is really good, bro,
it. Oh my
and
gosh, yeah, I seen.
Edwards is really good. You know what I'm saying? We don't even have
They're freezing over
our
here.
team doesn't even have who's their third guy? Our team has like a
Russell.
we're like a team that just has D'Angelo Russell. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't too mad at it.
No, and
They're
those are
up
all
and
the positions that the NBA is going. Point guard, wing. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to stretch five.
yeah,
Our
yeah,
best
yeah.
play,
No.
our best player is a power forward. You know what I'm saying? And his name isn't LeBron James, so it's kind of hard
Yeah.
to run your offense through a power forward when the rest of the NBA has point guards and wings. So,
Yeah. I mean,
but I get it though.
I'm just not that mad at what we've been able to do with what we've had. You know, these people in Chicago wasted all their money. Like, who knows if they're going to be able to keep Kobe White now? They have contracts, 4 year contracts, 5 year contracts. He has 2 more years left on his deal. Where are you going to find money to pay him? And then you still have Patrick Williams that you got to pay. How are you guys going to pay those guys? You know what I'm saying? So,
Hmm.
you know, you have to, and if they don't, I think this is it. This is like their championship window. They're not getting any better after this.
We talking about the Bulls?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So if they don't win a championship within the next 2-3 years, they're done.
I would love to snatch Patrick Williams off of them.
They ain't giving up Patrick Williams. Patrick
And
Williams.
what's the name? Just got hurt. I don't know how long he's out. Well, he might not be hurt. Derek Jones, but I don't know. He hurt
Yeah,
himself.
I saw he hurt himself.
Yeah, I don't know if he's out though. I don't
That's
know.
why I was actually the trade that I was trying to do was a 3-team deal with Houston Rockets, New York Knicks, and the Chicago Bulls, where the Chicago Bulls got um, Christian Wood, to play power forward for them.
Oh, well.
Obi Toppin went to Houston, and the Knicks got Kobe White.
Oh man, you and Kobe White. But yeah, go ahead, Eddie.
That's what I did, but that's why I brought him up because I was doing. That's what I was doing. I was like, "Yo, man, we gotta find somebody else, man. Like, we need another shooter.
I think we got a lot of them.
We
None?
got we got
And
a
you
lot
can't
of
have enough. You can't have enough. You can't have enough shooting, and you can't have enough wings in this league.
we got enough undersized guards though.
Yeah, right. You definitely can't have enough wings. Definitely can't. That's why I said I think we need at least two
Another
more,
wing,
or at least one more. At least one more.
at least one more. Yeah, I could
Or,
love. I definitely would love 2 more, but they're
or like,
hard to find, man.
huh?
They're hard to find.
I mean, hey,
And then
I'm
this year's draft is loaded with wings.
shoot, and we need to be part of it. I've been thinking, Torrey Craig, man. I've been thinking about if we're gonna trade, why not trade Obi to Indiana since they want to rebuild anyway?
Just Torrey Craig's upside is just way too low
It is, but shoot, you want to
com-
compete? I mean,
compared to yeah, no, but you can't give away Obi like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Torrey Craig is alright, like for what he does, but you can't give away Obi like that. Not for no Torrey Craig. Everybody would be in an uproar if that would happen.
I mean, he defends. I mean, and he can shoot the three. I
But
mean,
you can do something else if you really want a Torrey Craig on your team. He's playing at what, Indiana?
yeah.
Indiana's looking for picks. Give Indiana a second round pick.
Hey, I throw him a second round pick right now. Give me Torrey Craig.
Yeah, maybe they're probably would be looking for 2 second-round picks for
we got about
Craig.
20 of them.
We have 100.
You have 100. So
Yeah, we can do it. Let's swing it. I'm down
yeah,
for a couple of second-round draft picks. I'm down.
yeah, and that way. And sorry, Obi, if Obi doesn't see get burned again, but now we got
It's
Craig,
Indiana. Indiana is a team that we can probably poach some players that we need because they have Torrey Craig, they have Justin Holiday. Um, you know, they have some players that we can probably use
I would take
and not give up anything from our team, but just add on to the team.
right, and that's a slick move. We take we can snatch up Torrey Craig for 2 seconds. You can have 2 second rounders right now. We just add on. We got rid of Cam. I mean, we got rid of we waived Solomon Hill. They just waived Solomon Hill. You traded Knox. You got Cam. You add another wing in there right off the bench. You got defense coming right off the bench. You know what I mean? And you still have athleticism if you keep Obi, but you have defense. You still have athletic versatility with Cam. You still have some athleticism. Some hustle. You still got some hustle. You got hustle with Torrey Craig and Taj. Tibbs loves Taj, so you got some hustle out there. You got some toughness. Not that I care to see Taj get minutes, but there's so many variations you could go with, man. For cheap, you don't gotta make it so hard to make a stupid move.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I wouldn't have traded Obi for him, but I would give probably a second
No, I
round
understand.
pick.
Yeah, that makes more sense now. The picks, so you can keep on keeping on. That is better. Keep on keeping.
Yeah, and you can keep Obi as a piece probably to a trade in the off season.
Right.
Or maybe he develops a little bit more in the off season and becomes a better player.
Right.
So let me ask you guys this question: who are we building around, or who are we bringing these pieces for? Are these just core pieces?
I think it's obvious now that we're building around RJ Barrett. The Cam Reddish move is a strict move, I think, for RJ Barrett. Now you can at some point put RJ at the 2 and Cam at the 3 and go from there.
So does that make Julius expendable, or is he part of the core too?
Not expendable as not this year, next year, probably the year after that, probably yes. Because that'll be next. Obi's under contract for 3 more years, so we're probably talking about 2 more years for Julius Randle. He basically really wanted just to get signed, wanted his money. After that, if things fall apart in New York, I don't think he'll be mad at going somewhere else. As long as New York does well by him, right? Not trade him to no Memphis Grizzlies, or not to say Memphis is a bad place, but somewhere that he would like to be, probably a LA team, probably a Dallas team, a Texas team. He's from Texas. But I think they will. I think they appreciate everything Julius Randle's done for them. I appreciate everything Julius Randle's done for us.
Yeah, I'm cool with it, man. I'm cool with it. But if we build around RJ, I'm cool with that. I mean, because it's hard to tell, but it seems that way. Yes, it seems like Tibbs gave Randle a lot of rope. It's the midpoint now, and now at this point it's time to make changes. It's the midpoint. How many games is left? 40. It's about 40 total. About 40 games is left. So yeah, now you change the direction of the team and you give the team better identity. Because it's before we was going into action with we had no sense of direction. That's why we was getting mollywopped by teams, or we just looked stupid. Although prior to last night, I think we won 8 or 4. So I will say that. But now, it's better to have a better sense of direction now. And the Cam move was the writing on the wall.
What's up, Chuck?
Go.
What's up?
What up, Chuck?
Oh, what up, Chuck? I ain't see you. What up, Chuck? I think 1 or 2 more wings would be good. Maybe some people may want guards. I don't know, man. I really don't know.
We probably might be able to draft one this year.
A wing?
Yeah, there's plenty of wings this year in the draft. We probably might be able to draft a wing this year, which will probably be a plus.
Drop some names.
Shit, man, you're gonna have to.
Isn't there TJ thingy in the draft, or was that a guard?
You're gonna make me go into the draft.
We don't have to. We don't have to.
We probably had to go into
No,
that.
because
We'll save that for
it's
another show. We'll save it for another show. It's all good.
it's just that you know what it is. It's not like guys from Kentucky or guys, that there are tons of wings in this draft, man. A lot of shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards. There's a lot of everything. The only thing that's really this is not a point guard heavy draft.
So I'm saying that's why I would go after Brunson, man. He's only asking for 80 milli for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? He
And then
has the
plus you have to sign him. It's after you get him. I don't know. What do you guys
get a
does
little
does
background.
um does Freezy or Chuck have an opinion on Jalen Brunson? Because I might be in the minority here.
Chuck,
Yeah.
what's your opinion? I think I saw your opinion earlier, Chuck. But go ahead.
Jalen Brunson is a backup point guard
At
that
best.
could, at best, but he can probably play spot starter minutes. We cannot be the ugly girl who just wants a man. We have to get the best available. And I feel as Knicks fans, that's how we are. Like, oh, he's better than what we got. He's better than what we got. But here's the thing. You have Deuce McBride that is the same height, that brings the same level of intensity, but just lacks the experience. Jalen Brunson does not deserve $20 million a year from us. That is ridiculous.
Okay, so then you're with me on that. Actually, and to go back to that point about the ugly, this was the first time that the sexy girl gave us a shot. Cam Reddish is a sexy pickup. You know what I'm saying? It was the fly girl at the party. We made out with the fly girl at the party. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and it doesn't happen that often to us because we do get stuck with a lot of the. Not to say anything bad about Jalen Brunson, but we do get stuck with a lot of the Jalen Brunsons of the leagues. You know what I'm saying? Finally, but at the end of the day, most of the times that cute girl that made out with us, the sexy girl, she just ain't the one we marrying. You know what I'm saying? She's not. She has things about her that is not 100. She's just really sexy. So I hope that doesn't happen with Cam. You know what I'm saying? I hope that's not the case with him, where you know he's just better looking than what he produces on the basketball court. But in that sense, that was one of the few times where the sexy girl gave us a shot. You know what I'm saying? And when we got a 6'8" small forward, young 22-year-old kid, man.
Yeah, he's a question mark for me. He's yet to be determined. We haven't seen him on the
True.
court. You know what I'm saying? Where he's
Me too.
been injury prone as well. You know what I'm saying? So
Does
theory,
Freezy have an opinion on Jalen Brunson?
Freezy.
I would love to hear Freezy's opinion on Jalen Brunson.
Where you at, Freeze?
he's out.
Yeah, I was taking medicine just now. Of course, I got an opinion.
My bad, Freezy.
Go ahead, shoot.
I
would like to know your opinion on
Jalen Brunson ain't it.
So then I'm not in the minority. I thought I was.
A lot of people feel that way. Don't get me wrong. I'm 50-50 on it. I'll take him. I'm cool with it. We make the move. All right, cool. I like him, man. But we're not. It's not like a big loss. Like, all right, we didn't get Jalen Brunson. Oh man, like it's not like that. You know what I mean?
Now, if I'm able probably to trade Evan Fournier for Jalen Brunson and then kind of like switch up the contracts, I would probably do something like that.
Wait, hold up, Eddie. How much does he make now?
Oh, but he's making like 1 point something mil.
So let me ask you this question: If we were to trade Jalen Brunson for Noel's Taj and someone at the end of the bench, would you do that?
I would do that, but Dallas ain't doing that.
No, the only reason why I'm asking is because they make the exact same money. So if we don't, and I'm not saying like 2K trades, I'm just saying like I'd rather not have Noel on our roster, not have a Taj and scrub at the end of the bench, and give up that $20 million for Jalen Brunson. That's all I'm trying to say. Not to say that trade is going to go through, that they want him, but
I think a lot of these contracts were made because we have players that are we have players that are worth, like Mitchell Robinson is 1 point something million, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obi Toppin is probably like 4 or 5 million. Kevin Knox was 4 or 5 million. So if you have a player that's getting around 15 to 18 million, who's a definite upgrade for your team, then you can make the trade for those players, adding in a contract of like a Noel or a Burks or something like that with those young pieces. So, I think those contracts are made in mind of that same situation. They have a chance to do that this year, and they have a chance to do that in the off season, and they have the chance to do that in next year's trading deadline. So that's where the flexibility comes in. Like, these guys ain't stupid, man. Like, those contracts that were given to those players, they're not dumb contracts. Like, they're made for a reason.
Yeah,
You know,
they're expendable contracts. They're nothing that's gonna,
hinder you. Like, if
yeah, there you go.
freaking Russell Westbrook could get traded all over the place with the money he makes, you can definitely trade some of these guys.
So are you guys patient enough to wait for the knight in shining armor point guard to show up and save the day? Because apparently it hasn't happened yet. We basically been in the club asking for all these girls to dance with us, and they've been shutting us down, and we've been going home empty-handed. You know what I'm saying? For the last
not 10
patient. Years.
So. At first, I was patient. Actually, no, I'm not patient. It's just that we don't have a choice. But no, I'm not patient because that's a priority, and that's something. It's like, and that priority is like looking us in our face, like waving at us, like hello. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ignore it every year.
That's what I'm saying. Though. If we could bring a Jalen Brunson in for $20 million, then eventually he becomes our backup point guard. And who is our backup point guard right now? Derrick Rose, who makes $14.5 million a year. You know what I'm saying? Who's not reliable and dependable. So for now, yes, I would like the ugly girl to go home with right now instead of going home by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the only thing is, I don't even know. My thing is, I'm still trying to figure out what point guards are out there. I mean, you got Fox.
Too much. That'll hinder us. Like.
And then that's the other thing. Like, if you're talking to me, I would rather draft my point guard. Like, I would rather,
Understood.
But you just said
there's a lot of times where teams have been great for many years and have had that one bad season where they get into the lottery and they get the player that they exactly need. And you never know. One of these years, probably that could be us.
That should have been last year, though. Last year was
where we play horribly, and we had a chance to pick up a player. We were close to it with Ja Morant. I'm not mad at RJ though. Like, RJ's a piece, RJ's a cornerstone. But I would rather draft my point guard than to take somebody else's point guard, unless is a no-brainer.
Well, we drafted a point guard. His name's Deuce McBride, but I don't see him as our starting point guard. You know what I'm saying? I see him
as because he's a second rounder. Exactly. So we would have to be in the lottery we would have to probably be a top 3 lottery pick to get our star point guard of the future.
We had to be in the top 5 at least, or top 3.
At least top 5. At least.
I say top 3 because top 5.
And the way the ping pong balls fall, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not getting that luck. You know what I'm saying? We had the worst record, and we still fell backing out RJ at 3. You know what I'm saying? When we were supposed to get the number 1 pick.
With our luck too, like, we probably get a top 2 pick, and it's a draft where the point guards are not valued as high. Like, like we would have to draft another position. Like, we would probably have to draft a power forward because he's just the best available player. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. But
that's what I'm saying. There's too many question marks to wait on that. I'm tired of waiting. You know what I'm saying? Let's go get this guy, and I feel like at least we'll make the playoffs with him as a point guard. At least the A spot. You know what I'm saying?
Which guy?
Rokas. I like Rokas. I like Rokas Jacobitis. I really like him.
But he's already on the team though. But he's not fast though. You know what I'm saying?
I like him though.
That's okay. I mean, he's a good decision maker. Somewhat.
I like him a lot.
D'Angelo Russell's not that fast.
Huh?
D'Angelo Russell's not that fast.
Yeah, but he got good handles, you know what I'm saying, and he kind of plays at his own speed, you know what I'm saying.
He always be getting injured, like, and I never liked his gait out of college. Like when I seen him like running and stuff, like there's like something wrong there, like with his gait, man. And that's probably why he gets
Man,
injured.
always hurt, man.
I'm surprised. That surprises me with RJ because he's really, really durable. But his gait is not, the best either, bro.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, at least he's learning how to pick his angles, how to use his angles. You know what I'm saying? And he's been doing that a lot more this last few games. You know what I'm saying? Getting to the cup and finishing at the rim. So that's
Yeah, Cap to me is looking beautiful, bro. Like even though he might not be any, that guy that we like the superstar guy, but like he like plays pretty, huh? He's got that pretty basketball. You know what I'm saying? He got that dribble. He's got that shot. He could play that D. He just has to put it together. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do that. We don't have those type of guys in our team, bro. Like even Julius, they play ugly, man. Like,
Hmm.
tell me who be playing pretty on our team besides like Derrick Rose going to the rim.
Kimba.
Kemba play pretty, right?
Mm-hmm.
He do though. That's what I'm saying. Like, why we got this guy for $8 million? Like, why do we want to run him out? Like, that's all right. He could not play for 10 games during the regular season. That's all right. You don't have to play for me. But when the playoffs hit, you're gonna play.
Exactly.
Even if your knee is burning, you are gonna
It's
play.
not like you overpaid him and said, "Oh my God, he's not giving."
No,
us
he's not. Yo, we got him on the cheap, bro.
I don't want the cheap. I'm okay with it because look, we got him for the cheap. Yo, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, man. It ain't
I
nothing.
need him healthy for playoffs. The playoffs is the moneymaker. Just like with Randall. I'm saying I don't care about none of these games. Like last night when Randall got fired up, he was going at was it Daniel McDaniel on the Timberwolves? He kind of started going at. I think it was McDaniel or I forgot the kid's name or Vanderbilt. No, it was Daniel. So he was going at him. He was going at him. He went up in his chest and whatnot. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with seeing Randall like that. But I'm like, yo, I want to see this against the Hawks.
he was talking smack to him afterwards too. Like, you can't guard me. He's like, you can't guard me. He was telling
I don't care about that in those regular season games. Yes, you had a good game. Granted, I'm happy. That's good. Like we need all the good games from Randall we can. I don't care about this in the season.
But once Randall decides to put his head down,
and I think he's hurting him. He's doing us a disservice and hurting himself the way he acts with the referees, because at the end of the day, like if Kemba has the ball and it's like 50-50 that he got fouled just because of his demeanor and because who he's been in the league, and he's probably gonna get that call. Right. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the game, he'll probably get that call. But if it's Julius Randle,
that's Tip's fault though. He got to tell him stop talking to the refs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I mean, he's a man. Like, what are you supposed to do? You
wait
can't.
till dead ball. You wait till dead ball till someone's shooting free throws. You know
he's supposed to know that. Like, he's supposed to. It's just the way he is, though. I don't think he's gonna change. It's just the way he is, man.
The difference with this is that superstars can do that all day long.
Right.
Randall is not a superstar, so that's why it's not tolerated and allowed. And they show him during the game that you're not a superstar. Because yes, other guys will get that call, not Julius Randle, because one, how he treats the refs, but more importantly, he's not a superstar. So, you think LeBron not getting that call? You think LeBron's not getting that call late in the game?
Yeah, LeBron getting that call.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. That's funny.
No, Randall be down there.
So, but even like to my point, like Kemba's probably getting that call. Kemba's more of a superstar in the league's eyes than Julius Randle is.
I don't even think the league cares about Kemba no more. However, I think he knows how to get the call. He's crafty enough. When you're a veteran for so many years in the league, you know how to like.
And he doesn't chirp at the refs.
He doesn't. He may
so you have a good rapport with the referees. You know what I'm saying? And Randall has a very bad rapport with the referees.
Yeah, it's a worse rapport. He might have a worse rapport than Melo at some point. I remember when Melo couldn't even get a call. That man used to get hacked up in New York. He might have a worse.
And some of that is rubbing off on RJ Barrett too.
Yeah,
I've seen RJ Barrett talking a little bit more to the referees than he should, begging for calls.
Just get
And he
back on
shouldn't do
defense.
that.
Just
He
get
shouldn't
back on
do that.
defense.
No,
Yeah, I think that's a bad habit that's rubbing off on RJ Barrett a little bit.
I can highly agree, yo.
Well,
Highly agree.
I think I just want to say a little piece. Just let me work through the idea before y'all chop me up. I think that the problem with everyone is that Julius Randle is making $20 million. So therefore we automatically label him as the franchise guy or the superstar guy or the leader of this team. When the fact of the matter is Julius Randle is not any of those things. I said something earlier tonight on another podcast that I'm going to say here. Julius Randle is a better version of Enes Kanter. If Enes Kanter got 30 minutes, he will get you 20 and 10 and play the same amount of defense as Julius Randle. Because when he was with the Knicks and he was getting less minutes than Obi Toppin, he was still walking away with either 8 and 10 or 10 and 10. Enes Kanter. You're saying that because we don't like Enes Kanter, but if you go look at the numbers and look at the way that they play, Enes Kanter could get you points. Enes Kanter could back people down. Enes Kanter could get aggressive. But did we want Enes Kanter on his team?
No, I like that comparison though, but I do because it is funny though because they do bang down there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, Sub, you ready to wrap up, bro?
Yeah. But yeah, that's a good comparison. I never thought about that before though. But yeah. So but Jules can take him off the dribble, and Jules is a better on-ball defender out in the perimeter though. But I got you though. You know what I'm saying? He's like a souped up Enes Kanter. That's a good point. But yeah, we can wrap it up right here though. I want to thank everybody who joined us tonight. Knicks after party. Salute to Chuck for sliding through. Eddie C for sliding through. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
hopefully some more cats to slide through on other shows. You know what I'm saying? Don't be shy. Stop by and say hi. And yeah, hit them likes up on your way out. Get at your boys tomorrow. Knicks after party. We out.
Peace out.